Okay. So welcome everybody to the team call. I was just giving you a little background of what was happening in our day. I just want to tell you that nobody's life is in an ideal situation to be running this business. I mean, I don't know anybody who's just sitting, twiddling their thumbs, waiting to have something fill up their life, waiting for something to fill up their time specifically. I don't think any of us are like that. We already have full lives. We already have a lot going on. And it's not like joining Kyani will suddenly clear all that space and give us all this time in the world to build our fortune, right? No, what it is you have your regular life, and then Kyani comes in and you make space for it because it's something that you can see as is going to bring genuine value to your life, and it's going to change it, for the better. And sorry, just making sure got everybody on here. And that sometimes is not going to be pretty. Sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice one thing and your headspace is going to be at another place. And that's okay. We're all learning this together. And I think that's the beauty of our mentorship system, is that we have the ability to walk right next to people that have done it before us in similar situations. So I know that when I was introduced to this project, I couldn't envision my life with it. I felt like my life was already pretty full. But then when I was able to watch Mrs. Mary Millward put it into her life with her 6 tiny little kids, running an organic farm and 2 other businesses with her husband, I thought, yeah, I can do that because I saw it done first. And so don't underestimate the power of you just doing this, of you being who you are with this, additional business running alongside your life, because many, many people are going to see you as an inspiration and as an example. And while you may not have, a large team right now, there are going to be many opportunities for you to share your story with people. And that's what I think is the most powerful thing about us being able to communicate, readily with each other and share our experiences and share our stories, is because it touches different people in different ways. It has the ability to connect with others that maybe wouldn't have otherwise seen, the beauty, the connection, the importance of this project had you not shared your story. So I just want you to be thinking a little bit about that. Like I shared before, I'm going to remember to pin the video this time. Like I shared before, guys, I don't know of anybody that has joined this business and had the optimal scenario with which they have joined it. I mean, many of you on this call right now, right? You hit hard times, you hit disasters even, crux points in your life with your health or with your finances that drew you to this opportunity. And that's what you decided to take a risk on and go in on. It's not like you had all the stars aligned, all the ducks in a row, and you thought, yeah, I'm going to add this thing into my life. I think all of us already had, quite a few things on their plate when they decided to come into this. But your story is going to be so powerful. People are going to be inspired by it, and it's going to change their life while it's changing yours. So I'm just so proud of you guys for making that step into the dark for many of you, not knowing if this was going to work out. And maybe still you're wondering that. But not knowing if it's going to work out, but really hoping and believing that it could for you. So I think I shared this in another team call before, but my most stressed out time in this business was when I wasn't even a Jade, when I was just a qualified distributor working towards that position of Jade, because I didn't see the proof yet. There's Steffi. I didn't have the story yet. I didn't have all these things that I felt like I had to have to be building a business. And that's just not the case, guys. Your inspiration of going at it, even if you don't have your own story, is actually a story. And I leveraged so many beautiful experiences and testimonials from those mentors that I had and worked with, and those people that I heard their stories as I would go to live events. Those are so powerful. You can read testimonials, obviously, on the Wellness from the Inside Out page, but man, hearing them live, looking at that person standing there, feeling their power, feeling their influence, feeling their story. I mean, it's so real. It makes it more real. And so I just encourage you to get to these live events, be able to hear people's stories and really feel the presence of what we are doing here, the hope that we're giving to people, the opportunity that we're giving to people, and know that those are super inspirational to people and also to yourself. So anyway, that was kind of going on a tangent, but I think it was good to I just don't want you to feel like because we've been in this business almost a year, been able to pay down $30,000 worth of debt, which I still just feel so grateful for, are at a position where we feel like we're much more comfortable than we were, that something in our life was different than yours. We're busy just like all of you. We juggle our children just like all of you. We deal with preteen behavior and split heads, which is what happened tonight, too. And we're just trying to work on ourselves and work towards something phenomenal. And if you just remember that passion, you just remember that vision and keep your focus, then you can do this. You can do hard things amidst everything else that you have going on because it's worth it. That's the difference. Come into the screen. I don't want to see your fist. It's 100% worth it. I mean, we went into this with the intention of a big why. In fact, we haven't even gotten close to that why yet, but our first little why was to get out of debt, right? But we came into it with this big vision of the why, and that's what's driven us every single day to go outside of our comfort zone, to decide, yes, we're going to do Kyani again today. We're going to have a good attitude. We're going to believe in ourselves. We're going to push through those hard times, and we're going to share the vision of what we have here because it's so phenomenal. Will you write down the names for me? Mm-hmm. Anyway, and we hope that we inspire you and encourage you to do the same because your work here is so important, not only to yourself, because I hope that you're changing your life with this, but also to the many, many, many people that you will touch, the people that will hear your story about the product, hear your story about the business, or be influenced by your leadership and your example and your consistency and your hard work. All those things already inspire me, and I'm so grateful to see each of your names here on the call tonight and to see your faces and your dedication and to feel of your love and your heart with this. We can't do what we do here without heart. And so I'm just so, so grateful to have each of you on here. Anyway, that was kind of a tangent. So we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to really briefly breeze through everything that's going on this weekend. We have the Wealth and Charity Summit. This is a very big deal for those of you that are new, or maybe those that haven't had the opportunity to be a part of a wealth summit. This is a very, very big deal, okay? Imagine meeting a man who's a mega millionaire and has made over 150 cash millionaires in his professional experience. Oh shoot, it's like being glitchy. Mary, can you see me okay? Kind of, is it glitchy? Is the sound also glitching? No, okay, just the video. Okay, you guys are gonna get like a robotic Nina here. I don't know why. Maybe we've got too many things running.
Yeah, you can try.
I don't know how to work his space computer. It's fine. Okay. Can you close down some things for me?
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Oh, close. Yeah. Sorry. 2 seconds. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Let's just leave those. Okay. All right. Maybe that's a little better. No, it's still glitchy. Okay. Anyway, the Wealth Summit is an incredible opportunity with Mr. Mark Davenport coming all the way from Dubai. He's flying. Thank you, Lisa. He's flying all the way from Dubai to come and talk about the business with us. No big deal. Literally every diamond in the United States that's under his personal mentorship is flying in as well. This is a very big deal to have him training right here in Salt Lake City. And I know many of you aren't in Salt Lake City, but if you are within driving distance, I would get here for this event. Okay, this is a very, very big deal. So let me just run through the day's schedule just really quickly, and I posted it in our group just so that you're familiar with it, since many of you weren't sure about when to invite for guests. So in the morning, it's just Sapphire and Up training from 10 to 11:30. Then you're going to want to come around 11:30 and 12 to make sure you get a good seat, because our regional training, which is for everyone, is going to start right at 12. So you're going to want to be in business attire for these events. That's all of our trainings. They're always in business attire. And make sure you have a notebook, water, and lots of snacks. Okay. So that's very important. We'll have some incredible regional training, which just means that our diamonds get up there and train us about how to run our business more effectively. So make sure you have your phone. If you can bring a charging brick, that's also really great. And that's going to go until about 4:30. And then we're going to have a small break, and then our guests will be able to arrive close to 5:30, and you'll want to be back at the Hilton at 5:30 as well. And I would highly encourage you to be sending out invitations to get people in front of Mr. Davenport. So last time he came, he took some private appointments. I think this time we're just doing a presentation. So it should be similar to PBR in the content that they're covering, but they're also going to go quite a bit more into the business side, as far as I understand. If they don't cover the product very much, then we can always fill in the gaps afterward, because I definitely think it's going to be a little bit more business heavy. But man, we've been trying to think of everybody that we can get there. And get some people in front of Mr. Mark Davenport to hear his business presentation. The other thing is that our founder, Mr. Kirk Hansen, is also coming and presenting. No big deal. And our other double red diamond, Mr. James Bradford. So James Bradford and Mark Davenport are the two visionary men who started Team Fusion, which is the fusing of network marketing with retail marketing and online marketing. That's what we do. And with Team Fusion, they've obviously made a good amount of money. We had $120 million proof of concept in 18 months when we launched Team Fusion in Dallas, Texas. They extended it to our business partners in San Diego, and they extended it to some business partners in the DC area. And that's how Kyle and Tracy Peterson were introduced to it, was through their cousin who lived in the DC area. She introduced it to Tracy Peterson, and then Tracy Peterson birthed our entire market. Birthed.
Yeah.
Does that sound weird? Yeah. She's the mother of all of us here. And she was the first woman in Team Fusion in Utah. And she has obviously created this exact team that we sit on. So homage to her, but homage to these men because of their vision. So that's why it's very, very important. These 3 millionaires are coming to Salt Lake City to present, they told us, their number one secret to wealth. So if you want to use that as a tagline for your business partners or your business prospects, then do. Say, hey, this incredible project I've been telling you that I've been working on, well, guess what? 3 millionaires that work alongside me with this are flying in from all around. You can always say Dallas, Dubai, Idaho Falls isn't as intriguing. But you can say 3 millionaires flying in just to put on this wealth and charity summit. You're going to get to hear them share their number one secret to wealth at this event. You're definitely going to want to come. Can I pick you up? Kind of deal. Okay. So they told us that the seats are going to sell out like tonight. So if you don't have your ticket to regional, just scroll up in the Nina and Seth chat and purchase your ticket. And through that same link to get your regional ticket, you can also get tickets to the Wealth and Charity Summit for guests. So I think it's like $10 for 5 tickets. Is that right? Okay. Cool. So anyway, go snag those. These events are going to be incredible. Make sure that you pack snacks. Like I said, dress to impress, because these people are legit. Not a Spider-Man shirt. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Really quickly, before I go into the training that I wanted to go in tonight, I just wanted to remind each of you that we have some incredible resources on Team Elite. That's actually what I'm going to spend the rest of our time training on. But Seth and I actually re-listened to Making the Shift. And if you have not heard or listened to this personal development, it's an audiobook, but it's technically through YouTube. If you haven't listened to it yet, it's like a little over an hour, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hour and 15.
Yep.
It's an incredible introduction to what it is that we're doing here and helping you to reframe your mind on utilizing a system that we have set into place. So I honestly, like, when I was listening to it, I was just like, does he work alongside us? Because this is exactly what we like and what we teach. So go listen to that, okay? Making the Shift.
Can I say something about that?
Yeah, of course.
So I ripped it off YouTube.
Oh, you got the audio off of YouTube?
Yeah. If you can do that, you should. Just because now I can listen to it in my car, and it makes it a lot easier. So I just put it onto iTunes, and then in iTunes, I clicked on it and said, don't forget where the playhead is at. Anyways, if you have questions about how to do that, let me know.
Cool.
Sorry,
Thank you, sweetheart.
Didn't mean to derail you.
You didn't derail me. You're great. Thank you. Okay, now for our final bit, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the resources that we have. If you did not listen to the Team Elite, what? The Team Elite Building Champions call this morning. It was exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. Nothing revolutionary, but man, was it concise, was it effective, and was it the fundamentals? It was so good. It was so good. It was Brandon and Julia Thornhill. I mean, you get trained by a Navy SEAL, he's going to go over the basics, right? That's what he says that this business is all about. It's mastering the fundamentals. So go back and listen to that. You can listen to it on Team Elite. If you didn't listen to it live, I saved it. I have a collection within my videos archive, saved videos through Facebook. It's just called Kayani Training. And the ones that I really, really resonate with and I need to go back and listen to, I'll add to that playlist. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some of the ways that I organize what it is that I want to share with people, because I think that we can get a little bit jumbled with that. So when I very first joined the business, I started up a note and I called it Kayani. And this is what I tell all my brand new business partners. At the top, I put my distributor number because you have to use that all the time, right? And then I started to add things. Guys, can you even see this? It's like really horribly. Right. Anyway, literally like lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of resources, okay? So this is one of the ways that I keep my business at my fingertips. So absolutely you can utilize other tools, but I really like having a note because it's like all the things that I have in quick reference. So I have my Zoom link is on here, the doctor's note, a couple of the videos that I've recently been sharing, which is what I'm going to talk to you about tonight. I have a quote on here. It says, "To conquer frustration, one must remain intensely focused on the outcome, not the obstacles." It's by T.F. Hodge. Some little notes for myself and reminders. The favor, help, try script is in here. The dosaging instruction, so I can just copy and paste it. You know, a couple of these other videos that I like and send to people frequently. Those are. Am I doing okay? You're doing great. Okay. Am I talking too fast?
No, you're doing
Seth awesome. Said in the last video I was talking too fast. Anyway, I love having this resource here. But listen, Team Elite has already set this up for you, which is so cool. So right now I'm going to really quickly share my screen and talk to you a little bit about some of these resources. Oh my goodness. How do I move this out of the way? Let's see. Okay. So I'm going to come back to this in just a second. But here on Team Elite, under Files, you're going to find some incredible resources. Okay, these get updated all the time, and it's absolutely helpful. I love it. So product questions, guys. You have somebody that's asking you a bazillion product questions about one thing or another. Go and look and see what quick answers we can give right here. Okay, and you can even copy and paste these over if you'd like. You have to be on a laptop to do that, but I can add them to my notes on my phone and then copy and paste them that way. Such great answers for if somebody has questions about the products, okay? That's one resource. Obviously, the simulated live overviews, we utilize those all the time when people can't get to in-home events. Memory jogger, launch document. I'm going to show you this launch document really quickly. I was training on this today, and this is very, very good. So if you go to Files and the launch document, it will open a new file for you, and it's literally everything that you went over in your launch. So if you're like, holy cow, I can't remember what Nina trained about in my launch, pull up this, and you can get some additional training. So in your initial launch, we typically focus on the personality types and inviting your top 5%. If you haven't done a top 5% launch event, which is typically called a grand opening, then let's get that scheduled for you just as soon as possible, either in-home or online. I have actually an online one happening tomorrow night at, let me verify the time before I tell you, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So you're welcome to invite to that. It's going to be a top 5 Zoom, but I'm happy to open it up to anyone on the call right now. So those people you invite in a different way than everybody else. When you get to acquaintance marketing, you have to think about a peak. And I really like this script right here in our launch document. Go through and read this. I absolutely love this peak right here. You know, this person like is listening to their friend saying something about their kids, and then she says, I actually run a part-time business recently, or I actually started one so I can spend more time with my kids, right? How many times do I train and talk about matching your peak to what the person needs in their life? Guys, we're all about creating value, and that's what was taught on the Building Champions call today. So please go back and watch that. But you want to create value for people. You want to help them see the vision of what Kyani can fix, what problems they have that Kyani can fix. And then they briefly explained it. We just launched an app that lets me make some extra money around my busy schedule, and it's seriously a huge blessing. And then you finish off the hamburger asking them another question. And then they say, wait, what's this app? And then we use this script from Pro, which of course is a skeleton. You want to make it sound like you, but essentially it's like Uber for nutrition. It's affiliate style exclusive web and app system. You guys can read this, okay? This is going to help lead in really well to a peak, we just did the peak, and then the present. Now let's talk a little bit about what I use for my present tools, and I'm going to direct you here to another tab under your Team Elite, and it is called Video Links for Potential Partners and Customers. This is very, very handy. So initially when I was using my phone, this is what I had in here, and now Julia has put it, Mrs. Thornhill has put it into a document. How fabulous is that? So your simulated live overviews. I love, love, love using butterfly campaign videos for women to peak them, especially if they're a woman who's all about empowerment. So I really, really like, these ones just have the Facebook, not Money Motivated, and then YouTube, but I have both of these links for YouTube if you want that instead of Facebook. But there's a money motivated one and a not money motivated one. I almost always use the not money motivated unless they've talked to me about wanting to make money, or they have experience in network marketing. Then absolutely I'll talk to them about the money motivated. These ones are also really great based on personality. How cool is this, right? So I utilize the Done For You system one a lot. This is the one that I use if I've talked, done a little peek with somebody about the business. It's 10 Minutes by Mr. James Bradford. It's excellent, okay? I really like that one. Make sure that if you're ever sending a video that you arrange for a follow-up time specifically with a mentor, just as a reminder. So here's some videos for product proof. Obviously some more extensive ones. Make sure that you watch these videos and that you're comfortable knowing what's in them and the content that's in them. But man, guys, you could clip through this whole list in like an hour because they're all little micro videos. Obviously the recorded overviews are going to be a little bit more extensive, but I love these because they're Dropbox. So you don't need someone to actually get onto the live video, those simulated live ones. So if you're having any glitching or problems, go to a recorded overview, okay? Then you have access to it. This is the butterfly campaign one from Mrs. Julia Thornhill. Nurse Sadie White is exceptional. She speaks so eloquently and obviously has that nursing background. So you guys can see the value in these, right? And this is honestly just as good as my video list. Now, one other resource I want to talk to you about what I use when I'm tackling objections or when I am trying to pique someone's interest is Kyani Wellness TV. I absolutely love these videos because they're done from a doctor's perspective, and for the most part, they're actually quite short. So let me show you my very favorite one, or my very favorite ones. Top 10 reasons to supplement, okay? This is a fabulous one because, I think I said that a bunch of times. It's a very good one. I need to broaden my vocabulary. I really like this one because it adheres to both well and sick people. So if you have someone that's just like, oh, I don't need to supplement, or I'm happy with my supplement, say that's so great. Let me just share it with you a little bit about why we're different. And I absolutely love, love, love this one. The other one that I utilize quite often is, where is it? I've got so many screens here that are preventing me from seeing. Okay. I think it's one of the newer ones. Sorry, just hovering over these to make sure I know which one. This one. Okay. Answering technical questions. Okay. This one is very good for people that are looking to get more specifics about the product outside of just the product overview. That's 7 minutes from Kyani Pro. This is a very good resource. And then this is the other one that I use and love right here, episode 18, certifications. So all of you that attended our last regional in Utah, we had Dr. Andreas here, incredible. And he was talking about all the food certifications and other quality certifications that Kyani goes through just to make sure that our products are, have that high efficacy and certification. And this is a very big deal. In fact, I was on a phone call with someone today who has worked, I think, for a decade at the Vitamin Shop. She knew everything about supplements. I don't know anything about supplements besides what I know with these, which is that they're very good, right? Because they're liquid nutrition of exceptional ingredients. But man, I sent her this and she was floored. She was so impressed. And I was like, yes, I know that that's straining, whatever she was talking about, some sort of filtering process is the highest that you can do. I was like, that's so great. I was just like so grateful that these videos explained it for me and that I didn't have to be the expert. You don't have to be the expert here. That's what the Done For You business model is all about. So anyway, those are the kind of the key things that I utilize. You can, get the doctor's note here. I really like this as well, the All Things Charity. This is going to help us in our efforts to be able to help get some people to donate this month. Mm-hmm. And I love these. These are great media. It talks about the countries that we've been in. And if you have any additional questions with that, obviously, I'm happy to answer your questions. But those are kind of in a quick nutshell there. Essentially some of the peak videos that I like to utilize and others that I like to help tackle objections. Now, remember that you have a beautiful system to bring your people into, but I also want you to feel empowered. I want you to think, I don't have to wait on my mentor to tell me what video to send next. You can look through that list, and if you've peaked that person, then send them a peak video. Do a little present, and then schedule that follow-up. Make sure that you're not ever sending a video without a scheduled follow-up, and that with that follow-up, yes, you bring in that third-party validation. But man, we can get some incredible exposures in with just these video content, and you don't have to know anything. Remember, you really don't. You don't have to master anything related to the content that you're going to share in these videos. You just need to know what that video is going to cover, so that when someone asks you a question, you say, yeah, I got a video on that. Let me send this to you. Can I follow up with you at 6, or do you need until 9 p.m. to be able to look at that? And then once they say, oh yeah, I could have it done by 6, then you message a mentor. You say, I need a follow-up. Somebody's going to watch a peak video. Can I get a mentor? We'll respond. And then you say, awesome, I'll call you at 6. What's your number? And make sure that they have their phone number. And then you send over the video. Okay, there's a process. All right. Anyway, I zipped through that because I really wanted to make sure. Beverly, I do not understand all those links you have. Can you clarify that, Beverly? What do you mean?
Like where she got them or what they are?
They were all from Team Elite's files. Okay.
Yeah, on the Facebook page.
On the Facebook page. Okay. So that's the training that we wanted to go over tonight. Please make sure with your personal development, we know how important that is every single day. Use that time to do the Making the Shift. Listen to the Making the Shift audio if you haven't already listened to it. Mm-hmm. And I have such a strong testimonial of how personal development makes a difference in the way that you run your business. So make that commitment as well. Do you have anything else that you wanted to talk about?
I do.
Okay. Can we keep it to 1 minute?
Oh my gosh. Yes. Less than 1 minute. Okay. Just really quick. First of all, I echo everything that Nina said. She's amazing. And
Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. We're done. Gross. Okay. The first thing I just want to say is Cars for Christmas. Guys, first of all, just round of applause to everybody who's a part of that group. You guys are doing amazing. I'm super impressed. I mean, I myself get have a hard time putting up those zeros sometimes, but I see other people do it, and I know that that is a part of accountability.
Yes,
you know,
it is.
that uncomfortability is okay. It's good, actually, because it makes me not want to do it again. But it is also us being out there and being genuine and just doing the best we can. So now we're in October. This is the last month of the Dash to Diamond promotion to be able to get that extra money down. And so I would say look at your numbers, see what you did last month on, even go back. You can even look back in the group and see what you reported if you didn't write it down. See what you reported. See where that got you, and make a decision. Decide what you're going to do, what you can do, what you can fit in your life to either stay where you're at or take it up a notch, right? Take it up a notch.
Go for it.
I mean, if you got Pearl on that type of work, double it. Get to Sapphire.
That's right.
It's across the board. You can make those changes. You can do this, guys. I believe in every single one of you. Absolutely. To be able to get the goals that you set out to get. A lot of times we talk about what we need to do, but we also talk about this needs to be fun, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun in this. Is it fun to go and contact somebody all the time? Not always, but we can find the fun in it as well. It's funny because I was talking to one of my buddies, and I was scared. It was a good friend from the past that I gave him a call to invite him to it. And so, but before I gave him a call, I was in my car. I just started laughing. I just started psyching myself out. I probably looked like a crazy person. But, it just helped me, pull out that enthusiasm. And that comes across when you're talking to people.
That's right.
There are things that are a lot of fun, guys. Going to events are a lot of fun. Being in a team with you guys is a lot of fun.
Oh, gosh. We love you all so much.
Getting paid is a lot of fun. Being able to get out of debt is a lot of fun. Going on trips.
Driving that car
is a lot of fun. So I think it's just exactly what Nina said. Just having those little whys too on the way to those big whys, and just enjoying that process the best you can. There are stresses, guys. You don't hide from that. There are things that are difficult, but doing those hard things gets you to get those things that we really want in life. Right. People say that more eloquently than I do, but that's the best way to be able to have what you want in life, is to be able to get yourself a little uncomfortable to be able to be really comfortable in the future.
That's right.
So yeah.
I love that. So if you guys want to be a part of the Cars by Christmas group, we just made this little accountability group where you come in and you say what your income bringing activities were for the day. You just pop in a number every night at 9 p.m. And I haven't done that yet because we got on this call. But if you'd like to have a car by Christmas, then let's do this. Let's hold ourselves accountable. Typically, we're looking to at least be 3 to 5 a day. Optimally, optimally? Anyway, it's getting late. It would be more if you want to, gun for a higher rank.
Right.
So there's a direct correlation between the income bringing activities you have and your success in this business. You can't see success if you're not showing people information. Yeah. And man, I have been so proud of those that have been showing up consistently and doing a little bit of work. I've noticed it. Your businesses are growing. I'm so proud of you.
Right.
Notice new customers coming in, new business partners. And your confidence level. Oh my gosh. That's, I think, the thing that's the most rewarding to me. So cool. Is just to see you guys doing it. And I feel so grateful that we actually have another car earner on this team. Christine May qualified for her car, which I can't remember if we announced last week, but congratulations, Christine. That's so amazing. And a couple of you were very close to Sapphire last month, very close. So again, we're doing it. We're running this month, and I would encourage you guys. Oh gosh, wouldn't that be so amazing to be sitting behind a brand new car at Christmas? And that's really what we hope for you. We wish you all the best with all this. Did you have anything else you wanted to say?
We love you guys.
Okay, guys, we love you so much. We don't want to make you stay on any longer, but if you have any questions, we're going to open it up to questions right now. But if not, you have a fabulous night. Keep yourself accountable. Yeah. Listen to Making the Shift, and listen to our training call, the Building Champions call that was this morning. I'm going to be on the call on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, she's doing the Building Champions call.
I don't know. I feel nervous about that. I also don't feel qualified. So it's okay. I'm going to start my positive affirmations.
You're really shaking the computer.
So
she's nervous.
Anyway, I'm gonna start my positive affirmations and all that positive self-talk. Anyway, and I would love your support.
Yeah.
Listen to those training calls. Those are incredible training calls, and hopefully I will do right by all of you when I train this week as well. So anyway, I'm going to stay on. You're welcome to stay on, but do not feel obligated. I know for some of you East Coasters, it's rather late. Just know we love you. We see you. We acknowledge you. We're grateful for you. It makes me teary like every time. But man, we wish you so much goodness and joy and light through all of this, and just know that it's worth it. Just keep trying, keep going after this. You're going to make some incredible changes in your life. You're going to set into motion things that are going to change your children's lives and their children's lives, and you're going to put so much power back into your belief of yourself when you just try with persistence what it is that we have here, and really let it take hold of you, let it come into your heart, let it change you, let it inspire you, and be that kind of person that you've always wanted to be, because you have the excuse to be it right now. Okay, anyway, we love you. If you have any questions, I'm going to offer the option here.
Did you stop the recording?
I did not.
That's okay. See you guys Saturday, those who are close by.
Yes, and those of you that can drive.
Yes.
Okay, I offered, or I changed the setting here. You guys are welcome to unmute yourself, or you of course can pop it in the chat. Okay, I know that there was an emergency Zoom meeting in the Virginia Do Not Respond this weekend about, yes, there was. You can actually message Jenny. Why don't you message Nicole Bascapé directly? I let her know that you are close to her and that you'd be plugging into Virginia stuff. I think she was just talking, so it was state specific. It was just for your market, just specifically for Virginia. They were talking about specific strategies to help go after the potato pack stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think she may have been addressing exactly what you were asking me about, which is where the potato packs go to. So I think, if you want me to connect you, let me know. But otherwise, I think you could send her a message and I would give her the heads up that you were going to message her. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. If you want to connect me, that would be good.
I will do it. I'll put it in the three-way chat.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to write it down so I don't forget.
Cool. Any other questions?
Yes, I have one. This is Angie. And I know you went over this earlier, but I thought I knew how to do it. So I'm trying to get my tickets for this weekend.
Yes.
And I went to Team Fusion Family.
Don't go there.
Oh, sorry. But go.
It's not going to be there. It's going to be under the Square link for Kyle and Tracy. So if you go back to the Nina and Seth chat.
Okay, I was there.
Just scroll up a little bit. Okay.
Oh, in the Kyle and Tracy. Oh, let me see here.
Okay, so you see where I wrote like the agenda? It's the squareup.com/store/Team Fusion Utah.
Okay, Nina and Seth's page. And how far up is it? What was the date? Sorry.
Tuesday. Yeah. Oh, they also have it linked, Greg. Great. Under events, the tickets. Okay.
Yeah, if you go under events, and then you click on the event, there's a link to the Square Up to Kyle and Tracy's.
With Kyle and Tracy.
Yeah, if you go under Team Elite and then you go to events, and then you click on the 13th for the regional, right?
Okay.
The regional and Well Summit, it says. Then you go down, you scroll down, and then the first post gives a summary of what's going to happen, and then there's a link to buy the tickets.
Okay,
Do you see that?
Let's see. I'm on the event. Yep, right here. Perfect. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, looking forward to having you there, Angie. This is gonna be great. Is your husband gonna come as well?
Yes, he is. We're both coming, and we're bringing a couple of our people. So.
Fabulous.
You guys are amazing. It's great.
And hopefully getting some guests, a bunch of guests there. So I'll get.
That's right, girl. That's gonna be.
Yes.
Great. Trying to get.
Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, I'm headed to bed. So thank you so much. We'll talk tomorrow. Okay, bye.
I'll link in there too, guys. If any of you need it. Okay, fabulous.
So, hey, Nina.
Yes, Beth.
I wish there was some way I could plug into social media just a little bit. And I haven't done anything at all. I've even formulated just a I'm part of a women's group, just something to kind of introduce myself and say something a little bit about. Can I just shoot you a text about what that would look like?
So are you talking about an attraction marketing post, or are you talking
Yeah,
about getting involved?
yeah, attraction marketing post of sorts.
Yes, happy to help with that. Honestly,
Okay.
Anybody else that has attraction marketing questions? What ideally what you would do is you would type up what you would like to say, and then I'll tweak it.
Okay.
Yes, happy to help with that. Okay, anybody else have any other questions? You guys are amazing. I don't want to keep you on.
Hey, I've got a question.
Okay, Katie.
Hey, I barely just joined, just barely, but I was supposed to set up. This has nothing to do with what you're talking about because I don't know what you were talking about. But we just finished our Zoom, and Mary was like, set up a 3-way chat with
Perfect.
my prospective business partners, and I don't know how to do that on Messenger. Like, I've been trying to figure it out.
Okay, really, really great question. Okay, so when you go to the top, you just do like the little notepad. Do you see that to start one?
Show me again.
Okay.
Sorry, now you're bigger.
You're okay. All right, so if you're in your messenger, there's a little
Yeah.
note right here. Do you see that?
Okay.
So you tap that, and then you're gonna type in the 2-line, Mary Millward, okay?
Yeah.
So once you select her, it's gonna pull up your message thread with her, and then put a comma right next to her. Then you go to
Okay.
the next friend in, whatever their name is. So I'll say
Yeah.
Katie Brooks. And then you find your friend in your list, and then it's going to have a blank message that's just the two of you.
Okay, and just keep adding their names.
So you want to do them all individually.
Yes.
So it would just be Mary, this prospect, and you. That's one. That's a 3-way.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to make sure that it's not like a big group, like all these were your guests and this is Mary.
Yes, just the specific ones. And do I need to? I don't need to technically add my name in there because I'll be doing it, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
And then to start this message, it's very important that you start with an edification. So every time you start a 3-way messenger chat, you'd say, I would say, oh, thank you, Katie, so much for hopping on to the online event tonight. I loved having you on there. Wasn't Mrs. Millward amazing? I'm so grateful I can connect you to. Just as a quick reminder, this is Mrs. Mary Millward, and then you do an edification. She's a mother to 6 little kids. I think I typed it out in the.
Yeah.
You remember that? Runs an organic farm with her husband and runs a few other businesses. She hit the position of 6 figures in 6 months. There's no one more qualified to answer any of your questions than her. I'm just so excited to connect you in this way and have that be your first message to open up the group. Does that make sense?
Okay, so let me just reiterate what you just said.
Absolutely.
So I would just say, hey, Vartan and Stephanie, because they're a married couple, so I'm going to do them both in the group.
Okay.
So, hey, thank you so much for
hopping
hopping on
the online event tonight. Yeah.
Okay. You should type it out. Okay, so thank you so much for hopping on the online event tonight. Wasn't it amazing? Isn't Mrs. Mary Millward awesome? And then just edify her. And then, okay.
Yeah, and then just say, I'm so excited to connect you guys. Roughly, you could say it in your words, girl. Don't worry about saying
Right.
it. But roughly,
Right.
you just want to thank them for going on the online overview, just reiterating how amazing Mrs. Millward is, through the edification. And then for the most part, she's going to kind of lead that chat. Now, your role in a 3-way messenger chat is actually just to help keep Mary accountable. So this isn't just her, this is any mentor. So I'm trying to give you kind of overall training that will help you with it.
Okay, awesome.
But what will often happen is Mrs. Millward will pop in, and then your guests will see it, and then sometimes they won't respond, right? That happens sometimes. And so what your goal is to make sure that they do within a day, or so. If they see the message, then you can pop in and be like, hey girl, I'm so glad that I got to connect you with Mrs. Millward. Did you see her last message? And almost
Mhm.
all the time they'll come like, oh yeah, you know, a little kid came in right as I was looking at it and I totally forgot about
Right.
it. So it's always
And this is something that I would put on the actual message feed with Mary
no,
or on a separate text.
yes, great.
Okay.
Look at you. You're so smart. Oh my gosh. Yes, super great clarifying question. Yes.
Smart.
Private message them. Seriously, I was not asking these questions
Right, you have to
at your
understand.
level. Like you just barely joined the business and you're thinking
Well,
2 steps ahead. I love it. I absolutely love it. You're doing such a great job.
Most of us screwed it up.
Most of us screwed it
You're
up a
doing
lot.
good job.
So you're doing awesome. Place your
thanks, guys.
Seriously, I think Brandon Thornhill says you have to be bad before you can be good, and I was like, no, I can figure things out and not mess up. No, everybody messes up. But anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
yes, so private message would be perfect, or text message. We just want to keep that speed of exposures because they're going to keep
Yeah.
going up.
Right.
But most of the time they will come back to, and say, hey, yeah, and respond to Mrs. Millward. And then if she doesn't come back into that chat, then you want to send a private message to Mary and say, hey, can you pop back into that chat with, and then say their names, and then she'll be like, and then almost always she'll pop back in. So that's your
Okay.
time to keep an eye on that chat because she gets added to a lot, and sometimes
Yeah.
it'll bump down in the queue, and she's
Yeah.
not trying to, trying to neglect you. And I could say this for myself too. It's not like we're trying
Right.
to forget you or neglect you, but sometimes it just gets bumped down.
Absolutely.
Or happens. So you get to help kind of keep track of your prospects, keep track of
Okay.
where we're at in the conversations, and then help us all along.
Okay. Sounds good. You guys are a cute couple. Loving it. How did family pictures go? Did everyone smile?
Yes.
Was there a lot of growling?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My friend was like, every time we do family pictures, I always coach them on how to smile.
We didn't do it as much. We didn't do the smile coaching, so I don't know. I really don't.
We'll
I
just
mean,
see, right?
any
Yeah.
involving a 2-year-old are always like a crapshoot. You're just like, oh,
You never know.
Or she could be like, I think she was trying to jump quite a bit during our pictures. I don't know why. She just
Yeah.
wanted to start jump. I don't know. We'll have to see.
Nice.
Yes.
Good. Well, thank you so much for the training. I appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great night.
Yeah, Katie, we will post this to our team YouTube page. It's a private link, but I can text it over to you so that if you ever want to.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, I have another quick question. So, okay. So at the meeting on Saturday, the launch,
Yes, you're.
I met Kara
Yes.
from Peoria, and she was like, "Oh, are you in our Arizona group?" And I'm like, "No, I don't think so." She's like, "Oh, I'll add you," but then she hasn't added me, so
Okay.
I don't know how. And I've messaged her, and she didn't respond, but she did friend me.
Yeah, she's on here right now.
Oh, is she?
Hey.
Sorry.
Kara, I thought we were
actually-
better friends than that.
Oh man.
I tried to add you, but I think it was before we were friends, so it didn't work. And then
Oh,
I forgot.
okay.
So I can go in
All
and
right.
add you right now if it lets
Awesome.
me.
Thanks,
I
Kara.
think it will.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Kara. No worries. Okay, I will see you guys later.
Okay, thanks, Katie.
All right.
Now to get-
Bye.
Doesn't happen, so.
All right. I wanted to. I don't know if Ann is on here, Jenny. She sent me. This is what she did. Oh gosh, it's not going to show very well on my phone, is it? But she only texted it to me. Okay, can you see this, Jenny? This is what Ann did. It is backwards. So this is what
Okay.
it's.
So is that like the Caring Hands logo thing?
Uh-huh.
And we're okay using that? Like they're okay with that? Because I know that they, in the like policies and procedures, are really like strict about stuff. So,
I believe that is okay. Maybe Deborah would know. Mrs. Van Alphen, do you know if there's any legality or policy against using like the Kiani Caring Hands as a logo header? Like, so Jenny was going out and getting donations, charity donations, and they wanted a formal letterhead, with Kiani's logo or Kiani Caring Hands. So she was trying to figure out how she could create that. Oh, you're muted still, Deborah. There we go.
Awesome. Whenever I have questions like that, I like to ask compliance. So they actually have a email address. So let me just put it in the chat really quick, and then you just ask them really quick, and usually they'll do a quick yes or no. And a lot of times the answer is yes. And so just and that way you just have like any backup if there's any questions. You're like, no, I asked compliance. So let me just give you that email. Just one second.
That's great. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much. Deborah is so phenomenal. Such an incredible leader to us. She always knows answers when I do not. love her. Yeah. So are there any images, any independent distributor logos? Yeah. What? Oh, she was asking if there are images of Kyani independent distributor logos on the Team Fusion page. Would those be okay for a letterhead? I don't think there are on the Team Fusion page, but I know for Anne, she just Googled it. She just went for the logo, and that's
Well, when I Googled it, they pulled up some from there.
Yeah.
And so that's why I was wondering. It was more just like the regular Kyani thing, and it said independent distributor under it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be covering your bum, right? Because then it doesn't look like an official corporate kind of thing when it says independent distributor. But I absolutely agree with, and yeah, would love for you to email compliance and let us know what they say.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea.
All right, Chicky, great job. Really proud of you for going after all those charity donations. We emailed some people and stuff. Had a meeting with HR, right, for your company. So,
Nina, you're super quiet.
you're super quiet. Hi, can you hear me now?
Also, you have beautiful eyeballs.
Did you get a call during our Zoom, Mary?
No, I think it's just when people started unmuting their things and then you guys got really quiet. So
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just crazy.
So sometimes if I get a text message or a phone call while I'm on a Zoom,
Oh, I did get a text.
it will automatically bump down my sound. So in the top left corner, there's like an on and off next to a speaker, and then it makes it louder or softer. Anyway, I don't know.
That just does speaker versus like your iPhone, your phone speaker. Okay, cool.
Okay. All right, guys. Julie, do you have any questions for me? I see you sitting there.
I always have questions, but they're not organized. I have a lot of things going in my head, and my biggest thing is like, I made some contacts at my work that are interested. I don't know if they would be. I'm looking at them more as customers than as business partners at this point, but I'm not sure quite how to initiate. I mean, aside from, I took some samples and I don't know that they tried them the other day. They weren't there today. They're going to be there tomorrow. So I was going to make sure that they got some samples. But what's the best way to kind of move that forward?
Yeah, super good question. So typically I don't share samples unless they have seen something. So I like to give a little more value so that they know what it is that the samples are. Because this is just a mine that I stepped on when I was new. Was that I would sometimes give them the samples and they wouldn't know what they were useful for, or they wouldn't know the power of them or the price of them. And so they would like set them aside, throw them in a counter, be like, I don't know where I put those. And I'm just like, that was like $20. You know what I mean? Like I was being tight with my money, but you know what I mean? Like they didn't see the value of it. And so anyway, that would just be my one piece of advice is if you're piquing someone's interest, just say, hey, yeah, I've got a 7-minute product video that kind of goes over what's in it and what it's doing for people. And then, if after you get a look at it, then I could bring some samples for you. You know what I mean? And then do it that way. But if you've already given them the samples, have they already seen a product video?
That's the thing is that I'm still in the process of learning where everything is and how to find that stuff.
Yeah.
It's a lot of process. So, like, where's the best place for me? Is this a short video, like a 7-minute video? Is it in the Team Elite or is it somewhere else?
So ideally you would send it from Kyani Pro. So
Oh, okay.
within your Kyani Pro app, you're going to go to My List.
Yeah, I've seen my list. It's rather long.
Yeah. Then you find, use the search, find your contact, and then once you tap your contact, you're going to tap message. This is going to go into that specific contact. You can go to video links, but it isn't going to be unique to that contact. Then you go to category, and you're going to go scroll down to video links. And then there's going to be all these individualized video links for them. And there's one called Wellness from the Inside Out, 7-minute product video. Okay. Then if you tap the far right thing, it looks like two papers stacked on top of each other. If you tap that, that's a copy code. Okay. And once you copy it, then you can send it in a text message. And it's an individualized link, meaning that you'll get a notification that says, Julie just clicked on your Wellness from the Inside Out video. And you'll get a little text message through Kyani Pro. And then when they finish watching it, they'll send you another text message and they'll say, Julie just finished watching your Wellness from the Inside Out video. Go ahead and follow up with her. That's really nice, because then you can know how much they watched and what their interest level is. So that's what I would do. And if you're at work with them, you could pull it up. You could just, have it, maybe save it on a note on your phone. And I have the link into YouTube there. And you can watch it right there. Or one other option for you, Julie, that might be even easier is pulling up, goodness, I'm choking. Pulling up Wellness from the Inside Out on Facebook. So the testimonials group, under announcements, is the product video right there.
Oh, okay.
And so you could say,
so I could pull it up and show it to them at, like, if we have a minute where we can pull our phones out, which isn't very often, but
right.
once in a while.
Exactly. Yeah. So you could pull it up, the Wellness from the Inside Out group, which is so cool because then you're already peeking them on the group too. You're like, look, there's thousands of testimonials about people that have tried the products and liked them and had a wide array of experiences. You could even, while you're talking to them, say they were talking about diabetes. You go to the search, type in diabetes. You know what I mean? Like, this could be a really nice peeking tool for you while you're at work and have like 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
So, like, if people have specific health concerns, they could just type that in the search on the Wellness app and it'll pull up specific testimonials on that.
Yes, the Wellness from the Inside Out Facebook group.
Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to play with stuff and just trying to figure things out, but, like, we're busy people and we're trying to mix everything together, and I'm trying to figure out where to cram stuff. Sometimes I know, like, sometimes at work it's like I'm on the toilet and I'm looking at my contacts. It's like it's all, every little minute I try and do it, but
no, you're doing such a good job. And just know that launch chat group is the perfect place to ask your questions. Say, hey, I really want to, pique these people's interest while I'm at work. What should I do? How could I do this? And we would help walk you through that too. So you don't have to wait, to get on a call with me. You can just pop it into that launch chat group. Deborah's in that group. She's an incredible resource. Lisa, Greg, all these people that would take just as good a care of you and can answer your questions too. So don't hesitate.
I was just excited I got into this group tonight because I just got off of work and I had to wait for my daughter to get out of school, one of my other daughters. And so it's like perfect timing. I'm like, oh, Zoom, gotta get in.
Yeah, so glad
I
to
was
have you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Showing up.
Handy.
That's right.
Yeah, so I did get my husband on board. He's actually trying the stuff now where he was a little ambivalent about it because he was like, well, what is it? What is this charge here? And I said, well, I was going to tell you about it, but we were kind of in a hurry and I earmarked it, and so So he's trying it. He's not so grumpy about it anymore. And I told him, I said,